Hey, what's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. So today, doing the announcement video for Joseph Parker and versus Derek Chisora 2. So Parker versus Chisora is on the rematch. This one takes place Saturday, December 18th. It'll be the main event of a DAZN card. Really looking forward to this rematch because the first fight ended up being really good. That was earlier this year. They went at it. It was toe-to-toe. It was back and forth. And Joseph Parker got out of there with a close split decision victory in a fight that I thought he won, but it was close. You know, there were some close rounds in there. I just thought Parker did enough. But, you know, Chisora was landing maybe the better shots, you know, and working his way in, and he was definitely the aggressor. But Parker, being the consummate counterpuncher that he is and boxer, I thought he outworked Chisora to where, yeah, I mean, 7-5, 8-4, I think was fair at the most. But it definitely was a good fight. There were some close rounds. It was a good all-action heavyweight fight, and you know, it's going to be, the rematch is going to be a good one, and the rematch is probably going to be some kind of WBO title eliminator to move these guys up in the rankings, because, you know, both these guys are right around the top 10. Well, Joseph Parker is definitely a top 10 heavyweight, and Derek Chisora should be right there at the back of the top 10 as well. You know, you got Chisora, who is a veteran 29-year-old. You know, this guy won his first world title 5 years ago in 2016 when he was only 24 years old, and he's been in the mix ever since. You know, in 2018, he lost back-to-back fights. He lost his title to Anthony Joshua in a title unification bout, and then later on that year, he took on Dillian White and lost a razor-thin close decision in a fight where he almost knocked White out in the 12th round. So, you know, he is just trying to work himself back into the mix of the heavyweight division. The first fight was close. He knew there had to be a rematch. Plus, it makes sense for Parker because none of the top guys want to fight him right now. Joseph Parker is a very good boxer, and he can take punches. He's only lost the 2 fights to Anthony Joshua, and he's one of only 2 guys, well, 3 guys now, to go the distance with Anthony Joshua. He was the first guy to go the distance with Anthony Joshua. That was a really good fight, or not a really good fight. He did not make Anthony Joshua look good that night. He wouldn't succumb and just be a punching bag to where Joshua got him out of there. He was in the fight. He was doing okay. Anthony Joshua just did a little more. It wasn't a pretty heavyweight fight, and he ended up losing his title. So you kind of look at it like, whatever. But people forget that Anthony Joshua had knocked out every opponent up to that point. He also holds a win over Andy Ruiz, who went on to become the unified heavyweight champion, beat Anthony Joshua. So, you know, Joseph Parker, and he lost to Dillian White, who's a top 5 heavyweight right now, and that was such a close fight, and it was in the United Kingdom. So, this guy, he's willing to go to other people's house to fight. Joseph Parker wants to be a top guy. He's got a big following, so hello to all my New Zealand fans and viewers. I appreciate you guys tuning in, talking about your boy Joseph Parker. Very solid, you know, heavyweight right here. He's not the biggest heavyweight, but he's a good size heavyweight. He punches hard enough, I'm going to say. He punches hard enough to keep you honest. He doesn't have the most explosive power, but he does have good solid power, and he is in every fight, and he can definitely box. So at 29, you know, it's going to be a good fight. He should be the favorite going in, but you cannot overlook Derek Chisora. Maybe that's what he did the first time. Chisora is your consummate gatekeeper. This guy is a very good heavyweight who is just most of the time not as good as the guys that, you know, in the top 10. All his losses have been tough defeats. He does not get blown out very much. He's lost his last 2 fights. A split decision loss to Chisora earlier this year, and then prior to that, last year, he really was the first true test for Alexander Usyk in the heavyweight division, and he fought Usyk hard. You know, he got beat, he got outworked in that fight, outboxed by what we know now is a truly great fighter in Alexander Usyk, But he went out there and fought his ass off, and he fought hard. And he made a dent, and he made an impression on Usyk. It wasn't Usyk's best performance, but Usyk got the decision. So Derek Chisora is nobody to overlook. He's definitely right there in the top 10. You know, he lost to Dillian White also, both their fights. First fight was a split decision loss, but the rematch, he was winning that fight on 2 of the 3 scorecards. And then when he got caught with that wicked left hook by Dillian White and knocked out cold. But he was definitely in that fight. He's a very solid heavyweight. He's been in the ring with Tyson Fury twice. He lost to Kubrat Pulev by split decision. You know, he's been in the ring with Vitaly Klitschko. Derek Chisora is very well-rounded, very seasoned, very solid, and he's fearless. This guy brings the fight. He wants to get some revenge. He wants to get a title shot, and he wants to take that away from Parker after Parker's close decision win in their first fight. So he's going to be hungry. It's going to be a good fight. Saturday, December 18th on DAZN. It's from the United Kingdom, so it'll take place earlier that day. And about a month out, mid-November to third week in November, I'll be releasing the breakdown video for what each guy needs to do to win this fight. And I'm really looking forward to it. So make sure you pay attention. Saturday, December 18th, big heavyweight rematch. Joseph Parker, the former champion, Derek Chisora, former world title challenger. Parker versus Chisora is on. I hope you guys enjoyed it. True Boxing, you've been hit with the truth.